So as far as starting a track, so basically you're about to lay your track, you're trying to find a target. So what I mean by target, somewhere where you can look the entire time and your track will be straight. Because if you just look down all the time, you're going to veer off to the left or veer off to the right. So pick out a tree. You know, even if you're in kind of weird location, I pick out a car, something where I'm gonna lay my track straight. So I'm looking at my target the entire time and then at my feet. So I'm pointing my toes to the target. So once you pick out a target, you basically wanna take about, you know, about eight paces, 8 steps. So, and you don't kick this in. You just kind of walk it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now right here is going to be your scent pad. And so what I mean by scent pad is you're just making this little square with your feet and just kind of stomping the ground a little. That's it. You don't want to really kick it in and make it major, but it's just this nice little kind of soft kick. And then you put your flag just to the left of your left foot. So that's your scent pad. That's the start of the track. And so how you want to lay your track, you're picking out your target, and you can kick it in for young dogs. I still occasionally kick mine in because my dog needs to get used to really high disturbance and it can't be too potent for him. Sometimes really kicking in for good tracking dogs, it's too much for them, so then they lose the track. But occasionally I kick a track really good in. So you want to just kick it in, put a piece of food right at your toe, and then kick it in, put a piece of food right at your toe, and make sure you're lined up with your target. Because the main thing, if you're in dew or anything like that, or dirt, you can see your track, but most cases you can't see your track at all. So you have to line up to a target and know that's your track. So when your dog is off the track, you know when to give him her correction or motivation, or even sometimes pointing. That's okay right from the get-go. With young dogs never really tracked before, or puppies who've never tracked, pointing sometimes, helping is good, but then you're gonna wean off of that. But and then eventually you're gonna do a food schedule of every 3. So you just stomp 1, 2, 3, piece of food. 1, 2, 3, piece of food. And then once you're done with the track, you want to make another little scent pad. So that's the end of your track. You're just making this other little scent pad. And because usually the scent pad at the end of the track, you're putting an article. So whenever you lay an article, you're making just a small scent pad, just like the beginning of the track. So when you're done with the track, the 100 pace, just straight track, or even if you do 50, that's fine. Just do a little scent pad and then drop not a whole lot of food, but just a little, kind of a little bonus, little food pile. So they know that that's extra special, just right there. And then once they're done, you can just kind of praise them and you know, rub your hand down their back, and then what I do as far as taking my dog back, I don't play with the ball. I don't put them in another state of drive. I want them to think about the track and what they did. So I immediately put them in the car. I don't let them dilly-dally. I don't let them run around. So that's important too. Going to the track, starting the track, and then going back to your car. My dog I have off lead because he knows if he's off of my right side, away from my right side, I never put him on my left side because that's the sacred foos side, then he gets in trouble really bad. So I just keep him on my right side and we just walk back to the truck and I put him back, and I don't even do any ball or anything like that. That puts him in a whole different drive and then he will get crazy. And then he associates the track with ball, which is not good for him. But once you're starting the track with your dog, this is key too. I'm going to use Finn as a demonstration. This might not work. All right, Finn, come here. So, come here. So you have your dog on your right side, right? You're going to the start. You don't want to stop. You don't want to start right at the flag. You want to start right here when you started the 8 paces. So come here. Okay, this might not be working out. So, if he's facing that way, okay. Then you situate the line and stuff and make sure she's sitting. Then go back over on your left side, and I get the line and I turn the first saver, turn the pinch collar down. So I grab the buckle and a little part of the line and I pull it up on their neck. And so I grab their foot, I pull it up and I grab their foot and I wrap it around that leg. It gets to a point now my dog just raises his right leg because he knows what's about to happen. So therefore your dog is calm in a sit. And now this takes time because my dog, it was like hell trying to get the line under him and then start the track. But Wallace told me a lot of structure from the beginning, getting their head right, which is really important. And all of that happens just with the sit before the track and putting the line under him. When you're ready, you just grab the line and just walk her to the flag, which she will probably be sniffing the ground. Walk her to the flag. Then right here, there's going to be a piece of food at the scent pad. And just say Zook, and then there'll be another piece. And it's okay at first to be right beside your dog. For you, I wouldn't be really behind. They probably need a little bit more assistance and comfort as far as, you know, they're doing what they're supposed to do instead of just being behind them and they're like, what the hell? So then you just be beside them, and if she gets off track, and know where your track is, but if she gets off track, it's okay to point and say Zook, you know, and even the next foot, kind of crouch down with your knees bent and just say Zook. And then eventually you're going to build back further, and then just go from there, and then you make the track longer and start turns. So but yeah, main piece of advice is know where your track is, and knowing where your track is. Some fields you cannot see your track at all, so that's what makes turns really hard. You gotta know what piece of detail you're looking at. An entire field, and I have to pick detail on what to turn on and memorize 5 turns. So I've definitely fucked up before with Wallace, and it's not pleasant. But you learn to really look for turns. But for you, really know where your track is. Line up to a target so you are straight. You don't want to be veering off and you're telling your dog Zook, and that's not the track. You know, we live and we learn. I've done that in the past. But yeah, that's the main thing. And then I can help you along the way with your dog if you send videos or anything. I can help as much as I can, but definitely tracking is one of those things where everybody starts off somewhere, and you'd be surprised how fast your dog can progress, and then it will turn into shit before it gets better. Trust me, it will. It almost gets worse before it gets better. It'll get really good, and then it'll go downhill, and then it will just out of the blue just night and day. And that's what my dog did about a month ago. It was shit. It was not good at all, and just overnight, just what we've been working on, it was night and day. So yeah, don't get frustrated. It's easy to, but once you make it fun and you add structure, and your dog is having drive for the track, and learning your dog's behavior on the track, that's fun. And then it gets better. But yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.